Late on December 29 through early December 30, 1916, Imperial Russia was already cracking under the weight of war, hunger, and revolution. But before the empire fell, one man had to die. They poisoned him. He didn't die. They shot him. He didn't die. They beat him, bound him, and threw him into an icy river. Only then did he finally stop moving. This is the true story of Grigori Rasputin, the man who wouldn't die, and whose death signaled the beginning of the end for Imperial Russia. Grigori Rasputin was born a peasant in Siberia, uneducated, poor, and unknown. But he possessed something rare: a hypnotic presence, intense eyes, and an unsettling charisma. By the early 1900s, Rasputin arrived in St. Petersburg claiming to be a holy man. Soon, whispers followed him. Some called him a saint, others, a fraud. Everything changed when he met the Romanov royal family. Their son, Alexei, suffered from hemophilia, a disease that caused uncontrollable bleeding. Doctors failed, medicine failed, Rasputin prayed, and somehow, the boy lived. To the Empress Alexandra, Rasputin was no longer a mystic. He was a miracle. She trusted him completely, more than ministers, more than generals, more than the government itself. As World War I devastated Russia, Rasputin's influence grew. He advised appointments. He interfered in politics. He made enemies everywhere. To the Russian elite, Rasputin was not just immoral. He was dangerous. They believed that as long as Rasputin lived, Russia would fall. On a freezing December night, Prince Felix Yusupov invited Rasputin to his palace. The plan was simple: poison the wine, poison the cakes, enough cyanide to kill several men. Rasputin ate, he drank, nothing happened. Panicked, Yusupov pulled a gun and shot him in the chest. Rasputin collapsed. They believed it was over. Minutes later, Rasputin stood up, pleading, silent, walking toward the door. Terrified, they shot him again. And again. Finally, they beat him, bound his body, and threw him into the frozen Neva River. Days later, his body was found. The autopsy suggested something horrifying. He may have still been alive when he hit the water. The conspirators believed they had saved Russia. They were wrong. 3 months later, the Russian Revolution erupted. Within a year, the Romanov dynasty was erased. Rasputin had once warned the royal family, "If I die at the hands of nobles, the crown will fall." His death did not save the empire. It was the final warning bell. Was Rasputin truly immortal? Probably not. But his legend endures because it represents something deeper: a dying empire, a desperate royal family, and the illusion that killing one man could stop history. It couldn't.